Okay, so working, I kind of work outside of the wedding industry, but in the wedding industry. You
Yeah.
are everyday wedding industry.
Yeah.
When I am going around looking at a venue, what are my red flags? What do I want to see? What don't I want to see?
First off, I would say don't go looking for red flags. That would be my main thing. Like,
Okay,
don't if you're thinking that you're going to find a red flag at a venue,
it's
don't
not
go
for
there.
you.
It's not for you
It's
already.
not.
So I would say, right, so this is you're going to like this.
Okay.
My little idea is when you start your wedding planning, forget the fact of, oh my god, I need to get flowers and I need to get a dress, I need to get that. Okay, no. First things first, you need your venue.
I say this
Imagine,
too.
yes. Do you see where I'm going with this? You're gonna like what I'm
Yes.
about to say now.
Okay.
I tell everyone, treat your venue like it's your wedding basket, and everything else is gonna go inside.
Oh, I like it.
I knew
Okay.
you would like that.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to start with your venue because without your venue, you're not going to know what date your wedding is. Because
Mm-hmm.
if your venue isn't available on the day that you want, okay, well then,
What you gonna do?
what are you going to do? So you need your venue before you can plan your date, before you can plan your stationery, before you can plan anything. So
Your
your
styling,
venue,
your dress.
anything.
And that's what I say about couples that come to me for stationery is I always ask them what time of year
Mm,
and where are you getting married, because everybody has a style in a certain location for
yes,
a certain venue.
exactly.
So I would always imagine yourself in that venue as well and then
Yeah,
go from there. You can't have the same colours in
yeah,
a really stark white modern place as you would do a rustic venue.
yes.
And your styling, your suit choices, your food choices, even
Yeah,
things like
literally.
that.
Literally. So it needs to be your venue. Don't go into it thinking, I'm
Mm.
going to find fault here. If you see wedding venues online, pictures don't do it justice. You need to visit them. And what I
Yes.
say to people is, you need to walk into that venue and be able to imagine, yeah, I can imagine being married here. I can imagine my friends and family here. I can see everybody already
I
having
like
fun
that.
on the lawn. If you walk into a venue and you're like, this is not my vibe, then cancel the appointment and get out.
Turn around and go home.
You've got to start there. Absolutely. And then it's
It's
like
a
after
feeling,
them,
isn't it?
it is a feeling. And it's like you've got to go into it fully feeling like, okay, do you know what? I love this venue. I'm feeling a good vibe from it. Okay, so now we iron out the extra things. So you might think to yourself, okay, well, I've got a load of people coming. There's not a great deal of car space. If you love that venue that much, okay, so we carpool, get a coach. You have to pick your venue based on, if you walk into that room and you can feel it and you know it, then the other things come with it. So the little red flag might be that you've got 120 guests, there's not enough parking. All right, but maybe we can fix this.
Yeah, you find the problem. The wedding planner in you finds the problem.
And then you go from there, and it's like, okay,
I would
fair enough.
see it as different. So I see it from a I say non-weddinger,
Mm,
not as much involved in the wedding industry every day. I would see it as if you, I suppose it's what is important to the couple. If
yes.
your mum and dad and nan and everybody being able to stay
Mm,
at the venue is a big thing for you, then I would, like you say, don't even bother looking at different venues because it's not right for you, is
it's not
it?
right.
But parking, things like that.
You might
The
be able to get round. You might be able to, if you love it that much, you'll find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's things that sometimes you can't get around. So you might go to a venue and say, I love it, but because it's maybe like a grade 2 listed building, they don't have a lift, but you have got accessibility issues for somebody who's coming to the wedding. In
Yeah.
which case, then okay, you might love the venue, but it isn't for you because we haven't got a lift that we can provide. There are certain things that, within reason, you can make things work. But I would say just don't go into it thinking, okay, I'm going to look for the fault. Go into it feeling like, I love this venue. I've got a few issues now that I need to get past. Can we work around it?
Write them down as well. Write the issues down because you'll
Yes,
forget about them. And it's
definitely.
always the venues are so helpful,
Yeah.
especially round where we are.
Yeah.
So helpful. They're brilliant. They're always on the end of the phone,
Yeah.
always an email away. Ask the
And
question.
any venue will try their best. If they're
Yeah.
like, if you really love the place, speak to the wedding planners, to the salespeople, to whoever's there showing you that venue. Talk to them. Communication, because you might think it's a small question, you might think it's not possible. You'd be nicely surprised that a lot of the time it is. We just need to know what your requirements are. If we can make it work, we will.
So we can fix
Absolutely
it.
fine. So start with your basket, start with your venue, everything else will come later.
Put it in the basket. Yay!